On Saturday, the 29th of September, the charity organisation Korakce will be holding its fifth charity walk in Maribor. The honorary patrons of this year's walk are the Ambassador to the United States of America in Slovenia, His Excellency Joseph Mussomeli, and his spouse, Mrs. Sharon Mussomeli. Last year, the ambassador and his wife participated in the Korakce charity walk, so I asked His Excellency his opinion of the event.
Well, I guess this is the wrong thing to say, but it was fun. I mean, there was a serious purpose to it, but to be honest, as a participant, it was just an enjoyable day.
Could you perhaps give some kind of a comparison of charity in America and here in Slovenia?
You know, it's different than in America. In America, we have a much longer tradition of volunteerism in general because we didn't have much of a government for the first 100 years, so we had to take care of each other. So it's more ingrained in our culture than it is in Europe or anywhere else in the world. That doesn't mean we're better people or that we're less selfish. We're probably more selfish, but we do have a culture based on volunteerism and taking care of people who are worse off. I see in Slovenia that changing now, that there is more, maybe because you're no longer such a socialist country, you can't count on the state and the government to take care of people as much. It's forcing people to open their hearts and their wallets and taking care of people more individually.
There are many famous and less famous charity events across the world, from marathons to walks, from dinners to auctions. And as the wife of a diplomat, I asked Mrs. Mussomeli whether she thought charity begins at home.
That's an excellent question, because I was just thinking about that. And yes, I think it does. I think if we don't consider everyone family, then we can't really have any kind of charity. So it begins at home. But the idea of home needs to be expansive. My neighbor is also my home, and my home is theirs. And who is not my neighbor? Everyone is my neighbor.
Charitable giving is the act of giving money, goods or time to the unfortunate. And as a person who has travelled a lot around the world, you must have met different charity organisations. Which one has impressed you the most?
The organization that has impressed me the most. That would be difficult to say, but if you look at non-religious organizations, the one that has impressed me the most is the Cambodian Children's Fund in Cambodia, where a former Hollywood producer, Scott Neeson, has devoted his life to caring for children who essentially live on a trash dump. And he has built schools and all kinds of facilities and brought fresh water and helped their parents keep the children at home and brought medical care. And I've just found it astounding how much he's done in such a short time and how much of himself he puts into it.
What about charity in Slovenia?
I know that there are groups that, there are NGOs, for instance, that help the Roma to have homes and education so that they can begin to become part of the society. There are other organizations, especially like this Koraki za korakce. It's astounding what one person can do to help so many others.
As honorary patron of this year's event, I asked the ambassador, what does he expect?
I expect more people than last year. I expect less sunshine than last year, unfortunately. I think it'll be even more fun. There'll be a large contingent from the American embassy. People here are very enthusiastic about it at the embassy. And we'll also try to bring in more of the diplomatic corps.
And so, with those encouraging words, rain or shine, the Korakce walk will take place for the 5th year running on Saturday, the 29th of September, starting at 10 o'clock in Maribor.